Hey everyone, this is James Brumfield. Welcome back to my video. So just to give you a quick review of what we're doing, we're pretty much essentially checking if a string of brackets are balanced or not. And we're going to treat that input as a string. And the data structure we're going to use to check that is a deck. Even though this is a stacked video, as I showed you in the my first video to this, it's recommended in the Oracle documentation that you use a deck because it's better with the LIFO, last in, first out operations. So just a quick step through. We're going to create a deck of character type. We're going to call it bracket type. And the class that we're going to use to implement it is the array deck. Now that's just a deck backed by an array. We're going to read the string in here, and we're going to iterate through the string. Now, as I was creating the second video, I caught this. Before, these were ands, the ampersand signs. And as I was looking at this, I'm like, hold on, this doesn't make sense. Because when you read, actually, let me take a step back. What this is doing here is we're going to check every character in the string. So at position 0, wherever that character is, we're going to check to see if it's this type of bracket, and that type of bracket. Before I started this video, I had ampersands here that was checking all three. Now, obviously, one character can't equal 3 values, so I changed this to the OR operator here. I changed these to the OR operator. So that's the only change I made in the video before I started the second one. So essentially, we're checking each character in the string if it's one of these values, and then we're going to push it. This is the value that we're going to push. We're going to push it to the stack. So this is the stack. We call the push method, and we push this value here. Okay, and then once we iterated all through the opening brackets, we're going to check the closing brackets. One thing we're going to check to see if the stack is empty. If the stack isn't empty and the character is one of the closing brackets, so for this line, we're checking to see if it's this closing bracket, if it matches this. And we're going to see the current value at the top of the stack. If the current value at the top of the stack is the opening bracket and the value in the string is the closing bracket, then that means we could pop it off the stack. So there's no input to here. It just removes whatever's the current value at the top of the stack. So we're going to do that same type of logic 2 more times. So I'm just going to do some copy and paste here. Else if. Scroll to the side. We're going to check this closing bracket. So we'll do closing. And we're going to see if the top of the stack is the opening bracket. Same logic here. Here. And the opening bracket is this type. Okay, so looking at our loop, where this part up here is finding all the opening brackets and is pushing into the stack. And then these subsequent if statements are checking to see if the stack is empty and what type of closed bracket it is, and also if that closed bracket equals the top of the stack. And if it does, we're going to pop off that individual bracket. So that's the for loop here. So let's get out of our for loop. So let's get back here. Where's the end of the for loop? So that's the end of the for loop. Okay. So now it's just we're just gonna check to see if the stack is empty at this point. So we're gonna say after loop if the brackets are balanced, then the stack is empty. We're going to check that. So we're going to do a sys out. We're going to do balance bracket stack dot is empty. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Oh, sorry. I am not thinking here. We need to use an if statement. We're not printing out whether it's true or false. So we're going to say if bracket is empty. If that's true, we'll just do a simple print statement. Now they say true or false, but I'll just say balanced. I'll just say else. Else means that there's still a bracket, right? It's opening and closing in the stack. That means it's not balanced. If we have remaining brackets, not balanced. And I think that's it. I'll scan, make sure where we at here. Okay, so after this, we'll just close the scanner class. I should say close the scanner. Close. Okay. So Control S. Let's get out of this view. Actually, let's do a quick test real quick. See if this works. Before we try the test cases in HackerRank. Let's do here. Balance. That's a good sign. Let's run it again. Let's do this one. That's balanced. Okay, let's try the third type. Balanced. Let's use something of one of each. Those are different. Not balanced. This is all good signs to me. I don't know what you guys think. Let's do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Let's try that. Not balanced. All looks good. Now let's try those particular test cases. Let me get out of this full view. View. Okay, so we'll do this and we'll do that. Oh, that's not one, not the joke. Okay, so we'll run it again. We're just gonna copy and paste this in. Balance, that's good. So balance is true in our case. Let's try this one. These are all good signs. Two more. Not balanced. And last one, well, we already did this, but just for sanity, let's try it one more time so the audience sees. And voila. So that is my implementation of to try to find a string. Let's go through the code one more time, very quickly. I know you guys, like this guy's went through it a couple times already. Okay, so we implement our interfaces and classes up here. We're going to use the arrayDeck class to implement the deck interface. We read in a string, we iterate through the string, and then each character we check to see what type of open bracket it is. And once we find all the open brackets, then we check to see what type of closing bracket it is, and if that bracket equals the opening bracket at the top of the stack. And then once we get through the loop, if it's balanced, then it should be nothing in the stack or the deck. I'm sorry. And if there's a strangler bracket, that means it's not balanced. So oops, that's not what I want to do. Okay, and I think that's it. Well, anyway, this is my first two-part video. I appreciate you guys coming in. I'll upload this, and I'll probably talk about queues next, or I'll probably talk about maybe, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you guys for checking in. Have a good day.